I love your program. You say speaking seriously. The truth is that every politician, legislators or elected politicians,
in Nigeria today,
not appointees, none of them can on their own spend more than 10-15% of whatever they earn on themselves or their families. Because you see, there are so many contending spendings. There are so many poor people there. My wife is in the hospital. My wife is pregnant. I need to take her to the hospital. My children have not been able to go to school for months. My mother is not feeling fine. My father's burial. My uncle. I need to be empowered. I have nothing doing. My business just collapsed. And if you are a politician, you must be able to meet these people, if not 100%, 70%.
You seem to be telling me that there's a justification for the huge sums of money that we hear that senators and members of the are earning because the people want it. Isn't it a case of giving you fish instead of teaching you how to fish? Why do we have all these problems?
I've not seen that kind of money. I don't know. I've been asking around to find out if such huge sums exist.
What kind of money do you see?
I see those tiny allowances that were given. And that's the truth. The truth is, there is no way you won't spend money as a politician. It's not possible. What do you earn? Every month you must have a bill that comes to you because in your constituency, you're also paying people to keep the constituency going.
Absolutely.
If you are paying 40 of them, even if you were paying them 10,000, which is not true, you will be paying 400,000.
Can we use yourself as an example, your case as an example?
That's the best. I have a set of staff that I call PAs who keep the place going.
In Ekiti South?
In Ekiti South. Some of them earn 10,000. There are those who earn 50. There are those who earn 20, 25. Look at it this way. In a month, if you have to give up to 100 people money, even at 10,000, you'll be giving 1 million. And I'm saying to you, that's not what you give.
What do you give?
You give a lot more.
What do you give? What does Senator Biodun Olujimi give to our constituency every month?
I am a very...
Generous?
I don't want to say that. I hate to be modest. But I am a very generous person. In fact, I got very angry because each time I come around, they say, ATM has arrived. And that is because I can't watch anyone in grief. And my prayer has always been that anyone who comes into my house crying must go out smiling. And so I tried to live up to that. But it got to a stage, it was looking like I was just doling out.
ATM, that's what they called it.
Yeah. And you see, too many people have too many problems. If you really want to help, you won't have anything to spend on yourself.
Okay, the question I was trying to address here is, would we have this situation where there's so much poverty if only governance would do what is right by ensuring that infrastructure is there? Why don't the legislators be more focused on ensuring that we have the laws and checking the executive to ensure that they do what is right?
The laws are there. That is the pain of every legislator. The laws are there. But you don't have a vote. You also do not have a voice within the executive. You can only make laws. And you can only oversight the ministries if they're not doing the work well. But when they tell you they don't have funds, what do you do? And you really know they don't have the funds. So you're hampered. And that is the pain every legislator gets.
Are you sure? It's just you can only speak for yourself.
Well, I believe that is the truth because you can see the budgets. How much were we able to put in? And we were still going to borrow about a third of what we needed. Have we been able to borrow?
I'll take a break because when I return from my break, I want you to tell me exactly what, I don't know what all senators take, what you take home, and all the speculations about senators and legislators being overpaid. I will be right back with Senator Biodun Olujimi. We'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. I mean, do you feel like I'm putting you on the spot here?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Because I expected to be able, I'm talking to you because I believe, first of all, we have the woman thing, and we come from back, and I don't expect that you would tell me anything. It's nothing personal. I just want to be able to understand what it is like to be a senator in Nigeria today, where a lot of people don't believe you.
That's incredible, really. It's incredible because people tend to look at you as if you are larger than life, but we're ordinary people. And we live always for our constituencies. I know my colleagues who cannot boast of 100,000 after 4 days of their pay because the pressures would have mounted and everything would have gone.
Now, are these pressures positive or negative, or both?
Both. Most of them very negative because everyone wants something. And if you need to come back as a legislator, you must keep doing it.
Now, what does this portend for the growth of Nigeria? I ask this with all sense of responsibility. Where does our responsibility lie, and where does the responsibility of our elected officials lie?
I think we've gotten to a point now where we must decide if we want legislators who will go there and do their job the way it's specified in the Constitution. Right now, most legislators are busy looking at ways to satisfy their constituents, to make sure they are in their good books, rather than to concentrate. Most people are looking for loans, looking for ways by which they can get something extra to be able to look after the people who brought them in. And that should not be the situation, because if you want, honestly, for us to have a legislature that is comparable to all the ones we see, one, the cost of electioneering must be brought down. Electioneering is one major minus in the whole process. You come through, before your primaries, you're busy visiting from home to home, village to village, talking to leaders. And you're not talking by mouth alone, you're also talking financial. You are doing that. And then it comes to the primaries. First, you pay for your form. Thank God, we don't do that in my party. But
because women don't do that.
Women don't do that in my party. But if you're a man, you pay for your forms. Maybe it's 5 million. You've got to go and look for seed money of 5 million to be able to pay. You probably will pay the party something for which the party will also assist you to move around. Then you start looking after. I don't want to.
Looking after
the people who are going to vote during the primaries.